Scott Barbour, Geoff Born, both from Winnipeg in this second semifinal. And Barbour with an early advantage, spare strike, while Born had the open and then followed up with a spare. Knew it.
Absolutely knows it. Great shot. Great roll on the ball. Nice controlled approach, arm swing, right hand pocket. Geoff Born now got to find the line to get strikes.
And again, the head pin. So that's 2 head pins in 3 frames.
And a chop off, which was really thick. Could have been anything from a head pin to a head pin split. Got a bit of a break by getting the chop off. Geoff going to have to make an adjustment here. Can't stay on the nose like that and expect to survive in this kind of competition.
And we remind everybody again, Born getting this late invitation to the championship when Robert Shannis of Winnipeg was supposed to come, breaks his hand. Born finishes 3rd in the provincials. He comes, and here he is playing for, 2 games away from taking home the big money.
Again, take advantage of the breaks. Geoff's made a change in the location. He's moved further right. Try and change the angle to the pocket. He's going to like that one better. Ooh. Just a little different angle. The more he moves right, just increases the angle. A little bit steeper. Still a backup. He's left side and the ball moves back towards the pocket. Little thin, but good carry.
Scott Barbour now has a couple up.
Push that way right. Scott's been pretty consistent hitting the middle. 7 for 11 and 9 for 10 in his first 2 matches.
Scott, who works as a teacher's aide for the Winnipeg School Board.
He wanted that on the inside. Just catch a piece of the head pin thin and slide it over towards that right corner. Early opening now. Gives Geoff Born a chance to get back in this match. Wow, and 7 pins left on the lane dead, on the pin deck.
So the open for Barbour comes in the 4th. Geoff Born has a strike up in 4.
Little thin. Wasn't convinced that was going to stay on the pocket, but did catches a little piece of the head pin. Leaves himself a left corner. 2 for 2 on corner pins so far in the series. Now 3 for 3.
So let's see what Geoff Born can do now. We mentioned earlier, a week ago he had the 2 opens to start, and then he managed to put together 5 strikes on the way to a 321 to beat Hank Cron.
Same kind of situation. He got off to a rough start, made an adjustment, got him a bunch of strikes. Made the move again, moved right. That time punched it dead straight back. Three head pins so far in this match. All 3 of them on the right-hand lane here at Silver Dollar. And that can happen. Lanes play differently. They're wood surfaces. They move with heat, humidity, wear, everything else. You can be playing two completely different lines on a pair of lanes.
Nice job by Geoff Born to score his 15. Now, is it conceivable that you, in your mind, in your game plan, will play each lane differently, that he'll be on this lane at one position, no, when he gets over on the other one, he sets up elsewhere?
I don't think you go in thinking that there's going to be that much of a difference, that you have to make drastic moves, but they may be just little simple differences between the lanes. So it might be a board or two, up or back, but there are differences, and you have to be aware of that and be able to make adjustments for two lanes.
Nicely done to rebound with a spare and 6 by Born. The reason I mention it, the reason I mention it is because in curling, for example, the very elite, the skips will map the ice. They'll know every nuance of the ice, and I'm just wondering, in fact, and they'll know that sheet A plays one way, sheet B has this, C, and as they progress through the tournament, they know what they have to, the adjustments they make.
Yeah, and that happens in bowling. Some of the really good players I've seen, especially in 10 pins, they'll do exactly the same thing. They'll map lanes. And especially in a long tournament where you're bowling on a number of different pairs throughout a house, in a qualifying round, you'll want to know exactly what kind of reaction you get on each lane, so that when it comes down to the finals and this kind of head-to-head match play, you don't have to be out there guessing. You know exactly what kind of reaction you're going to get. Got the string pull on that to count 15. Really like his approach. Smooth, controlled, wraps the head pin or off the side wall to get the string pull on the corner.
Still waiting for one of them, though, to take control. Still pretty close.
Yeah, the most we've had in a row is 2 marks, and that was Scott Barbour with strikes in 2 and 3. Other than that, we haven't had back-to-back marks by either player. Scott with a couple of misses here. That's a little unusual. He started off 3 for 3 on the head pin. Now he's missed the head pin 3 out of the last 4 frames.
So another open for Scott Barbour. Or pardon me, he picks up a spare in 7.
Oh, that approach looked very, very quick from Geoff Born. Didn't look set at the foul line when he released that at all. Pushed it way left. Punches it on the second ball. Penalty for missing the head pin.
Geoff works in the clerks department of Winnipeg City Hall. Former Pins Game champion of 1999.
And he's really struggled on that right-hand lane. He's had 3 first ball head pins, and now here in the 7th, punches the head pin on the second ball.
Yeah, 4 opens. Isn't that interesting? Can it get inside your head?
Absolutely. Taking a little bit more time again. Got to figure something out here. He's got 3 frames left and a possible 255.
This has been his more successful lane, isn't it? There it is.
Absolutely. He's had 2 strikes, 2 chop-off spares on the left-hand lane. The good news for Geoff Born is he'll finish the 10th frame on that left-hand lane, so he'll be going in with lots of confidence.
Scott Barbour now with a spare up in 7 as he plays the 8th. There There it is. Boy, that seemed really full.
Thick left side, but great carry. Across the center arrow. Lots of movement on the ball. I think he was a little bit more worried. It was actually a really good shot. Now he's got a 39-pin lead through 7. Both players with strikes in 8.
Tap, no.
That one just a little bit thicker on the middle. Doesn't carry the right corner. Must have spare here, 9th frame. Makes the spare. He's still got a possibility of 264.
Yeah, he's got it.
You betcha. 15 feet down the lane, he knows he made the spare.
Nice recovery here for Scott Barbour. When you look at the opens in 4 and 6, and then responds now with 2 spares and a strike.
Geoff Born now, possible 255 if he can go all the way out. He's just got to get by this right-hand lane. There it is.
There, very nicely done.
Much better shot that time. Right-hand pocket. Under pressure, and he knows it's a must-have strike at this point. Tenth frame now.
That's a killer. That hurts.
4th head pin of the match for Geoff Born.
Interestingly enough, comes on his favorite lane.
He had great success there in the previous frames, but just got that one right on the nose. So our final will be Scott Barbour from Winnipeg and Kevin Clark from Regina.
As Geoff Born finishes up with a 189. Little smile from Scott. Realizes he's through. Big finish.
And get ready for the next game. Make good shots. Get comfortable. Get confident. You've seen this. This is 3rd game in a row now from Scott. He's had big finishes. 8th, 9th frames. 9th, 10th frames. He does it here again.
For the corner and a 249.
Great finish in here by Scott. Finishes off 7, 8, 9, and 10 with marks. Put the pressure back on Geoff Born. Every ball in the pocket those last 4 frames.
Hey babe, how's it going, Nancy? Taryn.
So it will be Barbour, Clark. When we come back for the men's 5-pin title.